I boo-hooed. I said, oh, the club put me in there. No. I put myself in there. I did what I had to do as a Hell's Angel.
You know, my daddy always, if you got in a fight and you came home with a bloody nose, did you hit him back? If you didn't hit him back, Dad put you in the car and took you back over there until you're going up in that yard and get your shit done and be a man.
They got their walls drove through by gangs, by the FBI gang, and all that shit happened to that chapter, right? Like those guys go through their being a big motorcycle club, even sometimes just being a small motorcycle club, you go through your.
A lot of people that have come in have seen definitely a change in the club and the direction that the club is going.
I looked out my window and you could see a body laying out in front. And here's this dude running around up there with just had his sweatshirt on. And he tells me he's a Hell's Angel. Even after all that, I still wanted to join the Hell's Angels.
People out there, man, that are just natural followers. And they just fall right in line with that type of program. But not 1%ers, man. 1%ers don't ask permission.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Stacks. I'm your host, Bill Stacks, and today we're going to talk about this biker beef thing that they got going on. I don't know if it's real. Does anybody know if it's real? And can you verify? Because they have a website on the flyer, and I tried to go to it, and it didn't work. So I don't know if this is real or something that they're thinking of doing. We're going to talk about it today on Chatting with Stacks. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. If you want to be on the show, just email me at billstacks2021@gmail.com. And if you want to donate to the show, you can hit up the Cash App right here at Chatting with Stacks, or you can hit up Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. I got a lot of great interviews dropping. Stay tuned. Tonight is the hypnotist, the biker comedy hypnotist, Gary Michaels, at 10 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. I got a lot of good interviews coming up. The scary guy is coming up. Alex Gold. There's a whole bunch of interviews dropping, so stay tuned for that. I drop new interviews probably every couple of days because I break them down because people's attention span is pretty small nowadays. Some people don't like to watch long videos, but I'm going to start putting the full videos on the membership, or you can watch the breakdown. It depends on what level of the membership you have. But we're going to talk about a bunch of things that are going on today. We're going to be in Australia, some in the U.S., some things that are going on in the U.S. It seems like there's a lot of talk about the Carmelo Anthony trial that happened, and people are freaking out over it. Listen, the dude killed someone and he went to prison. He could have copped a plea and he would have been out a lot sooner, but his parents told him not to. They raised a bunch of money for his defense. They spent a bunch of money on a house and cars. They didn't put the money towards the defense. I mean, it's the parents' fault. I think it's the parents' fault. They're the reason he's doing 35 years. That's just my personal opinion. Hey, CMC, what's going on, Virginia? Chaos is in the building. Thank you for joining me today. Lindsay, how are you? I appreciate everything you do for this channel. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and put the notification bell on all. Pepper, how are you? Good morning or good afternoon. Shout out to White Rock Beach. CMC. They happen unsanctioned all the time. Yeah, they definitely do. And we're going to talk about if it's real or not, because I'm not sure. From what I could tell, I'm not really quite sure if it's real. But anyway, let's get into the stories today. We got a bunch of things to talk about. A man dies in Osage County motorcycle crash. One man has died. This is out of Oklahoma. Oklahoma Highway Patrol said 44-year-old man is dead after motorcycle crash in Osage County Tuesday morning. Jeremy Bearden from Ponca Ponca City was traveling westbound on US 60 when he lost a box off the back of his motorcycle. They said Burden pulled his motorcycle onto the shoulder of the road and allowed a vehicle to pass by. Burden then rode his motorcycle back onto the highway and tried to turn around. Oh no, that's a bad situation. He tried to turn around. That's when they said another vehicle also traveling westbound on US 60 hit Burden's motorcycle while he was trying to turn around. Don't ever try to turn around on a highway. He had a passenger on his bike too, and they were both ejected off the motorcycle. Burden was pronounced dead at the scene, and the passenger was injured. The vehicle, whose driver was not injured, left the road and stopped in a ditch. So that's crazy. Don't ever try to turn around your motorcycle on the highway. Like, especially you got somebody on the back of your motorcycle. Like, that's the worst idea. The worst thing you can possibly do. Like, I don't understand why you would try to do something like that. So another situation in Pennsylvania, fatal motorcycle crash in Pennsylvania leaves 60-year-old man dead. This is out of Lawrence County, PA. A 60-year-old man has died after a motorcycle crash in Pennsylvania on Wednesday afternoon. The crash happened shortly before 4 p.m. on Wilmington Road near Mama Jude's Eatery. Involved a motorcycle and another vehicle. Police identified the motorcyclist as Brian Skitzmantle, something like that. I don't know. I'm butchering his name. He's 60 years old. He suffered serious injuries in the crash. He was transported by ambulance to a nearby landing zone where a medical helicopter was awaiting. However, officials could not be flown because of the severity of his injuries and was instead taken by ambulance to Jameson Hospital, Newcastle. He was later pronounced dead at the hospital. So damn, if he can't fly due to his injuries, he must have been pretty damn hurt. And this is far too often. There's so many motorcycle crashes. Be very aware of your surroundings, especially the left-hand turns. You know, when you're going down the road and a car is about to pull in front of you, it could be at an intersection, they could be pulling out of a place. Always assume that the car is going to pull out. Slow down, do what you got to do. But once they pull out, you got nowhere to go. You can't go into the other lane. You can't go off the side of the road. So you just got to be very aware of your surroundings, especially nowadays. It's just so crazy. So everyone knows about the Geraci trial, right? Out of where is it? Buffalo, New York. I got a video for you to see. They dropped some of the charges because of lack of evidence in an alleged conspiracy to silence witness in Geraci case. I guess she overdosed or something like that, and they probably just don't have enough evidence. I mean, for them to say that it was deliberately done, that's kind of a far stretch, I would think, especially if she was a person that used to do that type of stuff or did do that stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know, but we'll see, right? Let me show you guys this video.
Is new developments in a federal case involving former Pharaoh's owner Peter Geraci and the fatal overdose of government witness Crystal Quinn. Trials for Geraci and defendant Simon Gogolak will not begin this month. Now, prosecutors say they do not have enough evidence to prove that the two conspired with each other or with others to prevent Quinn from testifying against Geraci in his sex and drug trafficking case. Now, one obstruction charge remains against Geraci. The most significant count for Gogolak is distribution of fentanyl resulting in death. His trial now begins in mid-August. Gerace's trial is scheduled for November in Rochester.
All right, so if he was charged, someone else was charged with that, why would he be charged with and other people be charged with it? The conspiracy, if they didn't have anything to do with that. Just weird. I don't know. Very, very odd. That case is pretty intricate and involves a lot of layers, and I don't think they even know what the hell is officially going on, So you guys know who this person is. This is the victim in the Belfast situation where the man was attacking this guy, and he had a bunch of surgeries. He lost one of his eyes. This is the reason why the whole Belfast situation even occurred, and people started like rioting in the streets, smashing cars and everything. So this is the guy that this all has to do with. There's an update. Stephen Ogilvy, I'm probably butchering that name too, the man who survived a horrific attack from an immigrant in Belfast last night. This is a couple days ago, but the doctors said it was looking good. He was a fighter. They tried to bring him out of a coma, but he didn't do well, so they had to induce him again. They're going to try to take him out gradually to see how it goes. His throat had been stapled from one side to the other. He lost his left eye and socket completely. He had 2 surgeries yesterday to rebuild his nose. Doctors are now focusing on the swelling in his face. Keep prayers for him and his family. So there's a picture circulating. I cannot put it on here because it's way too graphic of his injuries, and it's pretty severe. Like, if you guys seen it, it's pretty horrific. And it's crazy that somebody would do something like that to somebody else. And the people in Belfast are sick of it. They don't want to deal with it, Al Rose, what's going on? Thank you for joining me. Lisa, how are you? Appreciate you. Wilson, what's good? Happy Friday to everybody. Kitso, sorry if I'm butchering your name. Roy, what's up, man? How are you? Yo, good afternoon. I finally caught you live. I know a lot of people say that they're not able to catch it. Usually I go live at 12 o'clock every day, but sometimes I have different things I got to do. I'm editing, something like that. So I'll go live later on. But normally my normal time is 12 p.m. Eastern time. So every day, 12 Eastern time, I usually go live that time. Nope, you didn't butcher it at all. Cool. So there's a huge situation that is going down in Australia, and the task force and everything, these agencies, they happen in New Zealand. And this just happened before. Couple weeks ago. I think it was about a week ago. This happened in Australia and Germany. They had a bunch of people arrested. It had to do with the same club. So task force, Morpheus, National Day of Action, June 10th, 2026. Law enforcement agencies across Australia and New Zealand have carried out coordinated National Day of Action targeting the Hells Angels motorcycle gang, it says here. We know it's not a motorcycle gang. These guys are not gang members. Task Force Morpheus, a cross-jurisdictional partnership designed to dismantle criminal activity linked to OMGs. This led this year's operation under the direction of New South Wales Police Force. The task force brings together all Australian state and territory police, New Zealand Police, Australian Federal Police, Australian Border Forces, Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, Australian Taxation Office, and Services Australia. The National Day took place on Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2026, focusing on weakening the operational structure of the Hells Angels, OMG. Police across both countries executed search warrants, arrest warrants, targeted illicit firearms, prohibited weapons, drugs, traffic-related offenses. Additional law enforcement measures include firearm prohibition order, compliance checks, bail compliance checks, and action-related dispersal and co-sorting offenses. That means them even getting together. They can't even have meetings. They can't hang out with each other. There is no more clubhouses hanging out with each other, wearing their cuts in public. It's just they put a ban on all that. So in total, the Task Force Morpheus National Day led to 40 arrests, resulting in 145 charges. Across the country, police coordinated 14 FPO coordinates checks, 76 unlawful association notices, 24 search warrants, 2 visa cancellation referrals, and seized 6 pistols, 3 assault rifles, and more than 1,000 rounds of ammunition, prohibited drugs, and steroids, as well as 156,000 in cash. A potential 4.7 million in fines for transport infringements. Damn, that's a lot of money to be fined. South Australia police searched multiple premises of the Hells Angels OMG members, resulting in seizure of illicit substances, weapons, including batons, knives, daggers, swords. A 39-year-old man from Mawson Lakes was arrested for trafficking, weapon offenses. He was refused bail and is expected to appear in Elizabeth Magistrates Court today, June 11th. That was yesterday. 39-year-old man from Ingle Farms was reported for weapons charges and will be summoned to appear in court at a later date. Detective Superintendent Campbell Hill, officer in charge of the serious organized crime branch, said South Australia's police maintain focus on enforcement and compliance activities to disrupt, derail, and deter OMG's activities to change behavior, prevent community harm, and impact capabilities of the Hells Angels. Involvement in serious organized crime, participation in the day of action bolsters the ability of key agencies to information share on OMG activity across the nation and international landscapes, creating a hostile environment for the OMGs to mobilize their activities, while OMG members and their associates and facilitators continue to engage in criminality, which poses a high risk to the community. They can expect SAPOL, I guess that's like the name of the task force, South Australia Police, whatever it is, to continue their work with law enforcement partners to disrupt, undertake law enforcement activities as they were needed. So, and I have pictures of all the stuff they confiscated, but I can't really show it here. You know, they have a different type of guidelines here, so I can't show that type of stuff. Yeah, I think the world has gone crazy, man. I think it really has. Al, I hope you have a good weekend too. We had an active shooter in Midland, Texas this morning. That's nuts. I didn't see that. I missed that. So 2 identical twins were arrested, or they moved 260 cash in a shoebox for gang drug enterprise. And this was out of Australia. Yeah, there's no way I could pronounce their damn name. No fucking way. That ain't happening. So here's another article about this task force that they just did out in Australia. Hey, Chief, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. So here's another one. Police attempt to take down the Hells Angels in transnational day of action against biker gang. 40 arrested, 4 million in fines. That's crazy. 10 of the Hells Angel members have been arrested in transnational day of action by police in New Zealand, Australia on Wednesday. 40 bikers have been arrested on the same day in various charges across both nations. Police said the mission aimed to weaken the operational structure of the outlaw motorcycle gang. Bikers were hit with 76 unlawful association notices, 14 FPO compliance checks, 24 search warrants, and 2 visa cancellation referrals, all on the same day. Police also seized 6 pistols, 3 assault rifles, drugs, steroids, 156,000 in cash. Various members of the Hells Angels are also forced to a potential 4.7 million collectively in fines for transporting infringements. That's a lot of money, man. Like, how the hell do you pay $4 million in fines? Hey, Johnny Weed Seed, what's going on? Appreciate you. That is a lot of money in fines to have to pay. It says the task force made up of all these different administrations. Among those arrested Wednesday was a 47-year-old man in relation to a shooting in Sydney suburb last year. 34-year-old Miller in Miller was also arrested and found a silver revolver with 5 rounds of ammunition during a search. Australian Federal Police detectives Adrian Teller said they tracked Hells Angel members traveling to an event in Greece last week. We remember that event. I talked about that. And they aided overseas police to stop their entry to the country. Remember, there was about 6 people that were stopped and arrested around that time. They uncovered potential threat to a senior agency official. The AFP supported the international law enforcement response in 2026. The Hells Angels OMG World Run held in Greece between June 5th and June 7th. On this estimated 5,000 Hells Angel members and affiliates, including families, attended the event. That's a lot of people. By working closely with international law enforcement OMG experts, Interpol, Canada, and Greece, as well as domestic partners like Australian Border Force, were able to identify Australian Hells Angels OMG members traveling to the event and collected valuable intelligence. They sit there and take pictures of all these people, right? The National Coordinator and Task Force Morpheus National Day of Action, Detective Inspector Brad Abdi, promised to continue to target the Hells Angels and attempt to dismantle the organized crime networks. But listen, I don't think that they are a criminal group. Maybe some people get involved with crime, but that doesn't mean the whole group is a bunch of criminals. I know a lot of people that are in clubs that are not criminals. They're just normal people. They have families. They have jobs. So I don't know why they continue to say that these guys are just criminals. They're all doing bad things. They're not. Like, I know a whole bunch of them that aren't doing nothing. They just like to ride motorcycles, hang out with their brothers. Like, what's the problem? But they want to put a label on everybody, especially up there in Canada. Australia is just out of control. People can't even hang out together without being put on a list. Texas is starting to target a lot of people too. Hey, what's going on? Art Clark, what's good? So Loud is in the building. Shout out to the Boondocks of North Carolina. Appreciate you. Good afternoon, Stags from the East Coast of Canada. PEI. They should focus on the government and its criminal group. Man, the government is so corrupt. Do you know how much money they take from each citizen every day? Like, you work, 30% of your earnings goes straight to the government. And then the rest of what you made, right? You get taxed on everything there too. They tax you on this, they tax you on that, they tax you on gas, they tax you on everything you buy. Nothing you do isn't taxed. So they tax the money you make, and then they tax the money you spend. So either way, you're losing. You might as well hand over 50% of your check goes to the government. I don't even know what the point of working is at this point. People are just working to survive. Like, you barely get by in life, and it's crazy. Let's go. Freedom and unity, family worldwide. 100%, Todd. Sacramento in the motherfucking house. Big Rob, thank you for joining me today. Appreciate you. But it's insane that they label these guys gang members and all this shit. I've been labeled as a gang member in Department of Transportation for Texas since Twin Peaks. That's nuts. I just found out some new information about Twin Peaks, and I'm going to be doing a video on it soon. Very soon. Hey, Maureen's in the house. What's going on, Maureen? I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me today. Wait until you guys see the documentary. Wow, it's getting good. A lot of people are anticipating the documentary. I got a great narrator for the project, and I've been working on it a lot. I'm going to be working on it all day, all night tonight too. So I'm going to be doing what I can. I'm really glad that you're doing okay, Maureen. Shout out to you. So let's talk about this biker beefs thing. Do you guys think that this thing is legit? If it is, I hope that people are involved with it, because I think this is a great way for people who have problems with each other to settle their differences and not bring the whole clubs involved to their personal beefs. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people have a personal beef with someone, and all of a sudden it gets a whole organization involved when they don't need to be involved. It's just two people's problem. But so what would happen if a person wasn't in a club and they had a problem with someone in a club? Would they be able to handle it and not get their head stomped in? I don't know. So apparently this thing is called Bike Beefs. And hold on. It says, no gloves, no excuses. Settle it the hard way. Bike Beefs. Bare knuckle fighting event. It says, real bikers, real beefs, real fights. It says, honor, respect, ride, fight, repeat. No gloves, no mercy, no backing down. And it says, top secret location, invite only, details provided to approved clubs only. And then it says, general admission, $40, ringside seats, $70, VIP tables, 4 seats, $300. It says, tickets available at bikerbeefs.com. And I tried to go to that website. I could not find it. It says doors open at 5. First fight starts at 6. Rep your club. Defend your name. Settle the beef. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is real? It says there's a bike show, food and vendors, live music, club rivalries, cold beer. What do you guys think? Is this a legit thing, or is this just like what somebody suggesting an idea, or is this a legit thing? It's got to be AI, bro. Sounds like Donnie Want's idea. He's all about fighting in the ring. I don't know. Yeah, maybe, right? Yeah, I don't think it's real. And how many people do you think would be involved with this type of stuff? I think it's AI too, man. Someone put it in AI and said, make me a flyer. But do you think that this would stop the biker wars from getting out of control if they can do this type of stuff? I think it would help a lot, you know? We own nothing in this world. We live on borrowed time, and tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, and today's a present. So I give definitely, Todd, 100%. The Super Bowl of brawls. They need prospect league, right? Yeah, a lot of clubs have that where prospects box and shit like that. You ate a burger at Twin Peaks last night? Yeah, here it's open again, right? There's another there's a new place there. Hey, every time I get pulled over, it's guns drawn, hands up. It's like that for a lot of people, man. Especially people that are in clubs, right? They do the felony stops on people that are in clubs. It's crazy. Maureen says, I think it's BS. Donnie started the Res Wars. Maybe that's why he's the champion of it, right? Because he gets to pick the fights. I heard that he was picking his own fights. Is that true? I mean, that's a great idea, right? I heard the police are targeting people who are supplying the reservation with illegal substances. There's a big police operation going on up there to people who are facilitating substances to go onto the reservations. Definitely heard about that today. OMGs normally don't like social media, so this would never happen. But do you think it could happen off of social media? Like if they were to do it, like people hear about it through word of mouth, they set up a situation where they can get together and settle their differences. I think it's a great idea. I think it would help people set their differences aside, right? So it doesn't have to go into something that it really doesn't need to go to. Because if you can avoid all the major drama to just have a little fist fight with two of your members, wouldn't you do that? Instead of a bunch of people going to prison and a bunch of people getting hurt. I think it would help quite a bit. I mean, this is the type of stuff that Pee Wee used to do. He said he had one of his prospects rode by I don't know the whole story, so don't quote me on it. But he rode by some vagos or something, and something happened. He either got punched in the mouth, something. He encountered some vagos. There was an altercation. He came back to the clubhouse. Pee Wee called the leader of the vagos, and they met up at a bar, and he made them both fight. I guess the prospect was beating up the dude, the Vago. And once it was done, he told them both to get up, shake hands. And the prospect didn't want to shake his hand, but he's like, shake his hand. And then he's like, the problem's done. And the other guys are like, that's it. And he's like, yeah, you like that? Because he thought it was going to be something more than that. It's a simple fist fight, right? The power of the internet. Internet goes beyond borders, and the web connects families worldwide. We are all connected through the blood. Our blood runs through the earth. 100%. Harley told Donnie he want to go in the ring at Reservoirs. Yeah, I know. He said he want to go there. I don't think the Donnie Harley fight will ever happen. I think that's a done deal for us to even think it would happen. Yeah, people need to start getting together and try to, coexist with one another instead of all the hate that's going on out there and all the rivalries and fighting. It's just crazy in every aspect of life, politically. Every day you could see how angry people are in the world. People are angry, and it's crazy. People need to get together and put their differences aside. So now, what do you guys think of this new show that's coming out with Jason Momoa is going to be playing Sonny Barger in a new movie, The Life and Times of Sonny Barger, Hell's Angels Motorcycle Club. What do you guys think of that? Me personally, I don't think he's the guy that should be playing him, but I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe he'll surprise me when I see it. And I wonder if the club is involved with this, because I don't think they're going to be showing patches and things like that. What do you guys think of this situation? Do you guys think he will be the right guy for the job? Oh, you didn't know that, CMC? It seems off a little bit, don't it? Yeah, it does. So he's going to be in a new biker series that takes place, I think, in New Zealand, where it's a motorcycle club, and this guy's involved with it, Jason Momoa. But he's going to be playing Ralph Sonny Barger in Hell's Angel movie. And I want to know what you guys think of this. They're getting carried away with this with the bandwagon shit. He's a great actor, but not for this role. I don't think so either. I don't think he's right for this role. What do you guys think? I mean, yeah, a series out of New Zealand. Yeah, he'd be good for that, but I don't know. He'd have to really surprise me to try to pull off playing Sonny Barger. That's a pretty big shoes to fill to make it look right. See, a lot of people are saying not the right guy. Maureen even agrees, not the right guy. Watch, he'll surprise all of us, right? Yeah, maybe Sonny Barber, but not Sonny Barger. Let's see, a lot of people agree. Not Sonny Barger. He's not going to be a good one. So there's a lot of people saying that Sonny Barger was in Vietnam. He was not in Vietnam. He does have a Vietnam thing on his plaque. He was in the military, but he did not go to Vietnam. He did not. There was somebody made a video the other day at his gravestone and said he was in Vietnam and all. No, he was not in Vietnam. He did offer him and his friends to go to Vietnam. There was a time that he did that, but he did not go to Vietnam. Real OMC. Don't belong in Hollywood. Keep it fictional on film. So it's supposed to be about his life. It's supposed to be about Sonny's life. So we'll see what they do with it. I just don't think he's the right guy for the job. Big Rob. The Bike Riders movie, it was a good one. I like that one. I like that. Did you guys like the Bike Riders? It was probably closest you would get to the real thing, right? In the evolution of how things transpired. But I appreciate all you guys. Thank you guys for joining me today. A lot of great content dropping, so stay tuned for this one tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. And then we got the scary guy coming up this week. It's a great interview. He will surprise you with his intelligence. It's a really good interview.
This is the scary guy, and I am chatting with Stacks. Stacks, baby.
And we got Alex Gold. She's the one that was taken hostage by a motorcycle club president. And she names the club in this interview we did. So check this out.
Hi, everybody. I am Alex Gold, and I am chatting with Stacks.
A lot of great content. Stay tuned. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell your mother's brother's sister's friend about Chatting with Stacks, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.